she wondered how far she would fall. She could feel the fir trees. It was dark and moist, like the perfect piece of chocolate cake, black forest cake, if her current situation was any indication, with that bittersweet melt-in-your-mouth taste that with just the right amount of imagination could soothe the current dryness in her mouth, although she would much prefer a chocolate brownie a la mode, with chocolate syrup drizzled all over, even in the corners of the square plate, and a rich scent wafting from across the room that could cause involuntary drooling, so much so that she would need to dab it away with a cotton table napkin and bite her lip in anticipation. It was the dark and moist of the perfect dessert that even in dire straits one would want to waste precious seconds pondering. Which brings us back to falling, the current Black Forest situation that our heroine appears to have gotten herself into. Every time a limb slipped past the desperately reaching branches of the trees, a small burst of water would splay itself across her clothing and skin, soaking through, layering her body in cold, wet tree spit. Except for the inside of her mouth, which was still perfectly dry in the crisp air and had a mind of its own to daydream about chocolate desserts, it is rather unfortunate that none of the branches were able to provide any snagging support or desserts. Our heroine herself has given up grasping at stray needles and was instead thinking of desserts to distract herself from the upcoming head trauma. At this point, we have no idea whether her impact into the unknown below would manage to keep her alive long enough for this story to be of any interest at all. Of course, we can't really have that, so let's just say that in the midst of her dessert thoughts or other just desserts that might color the situation, the trees themselves also appeared to give up, widening, opening up, clearing her way toward the immovable object known as the ground. But instead of the welcoming embrace of a free-falling death, she was met with the most unexpected of bettings. Rope burn. Well, rope netting to be exact.